Hello dear students, in this video we are going to discuss how to perform various operations on rational number. As you all are knowing, real numbers can be either rational or irrational. So I have listed some of the example. Let's start with examples and see what happen if we are performing various operations on these numbers. In the first example, I have taken two numbers 3 and 1 by 3. 3 is rational number, right? Because every rational numbers include natural numbers. 1 by 3 also we can say as rational numbers. Why? Because when we are going to do decimal expansion of 1 by 3, we will be getting 0.333 and so on. That means decimal expansion of 1 by 3 is non-terminating repeating. Hence we can conclude that 1 by 3 is rational number. So both the number which I have taken is rational numbers. Now let's perform first addition on this. First I am going to do 3 plus 1 upon 3 and I am going to get 9 plus 1 10 by 3. Okay. Now let's do subtraction as well. Then I am going to get 8 by 3. If I am going to multiply this, 3 multiply 1 by 3, I am going to get 1. If I am going to divide this, I am going to get 9. So notice the results which you have got after performing the plus, minus, multiplication and division. If you have noticed, all the answers are in which kind of number? Rational numbers. So here we can conclude our first statement. Whenever we are going to perform various operations of rational number with rational number, then result should be always rational number. यहाँ पे 3 1 by 3 दोनों नंबर कैसे है? रेशनल नंबर. और हमने रेशनल नंबर पे बहुत सारे वेरियस प्लस, माइनस, मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड डिवीजन जैसे ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करके देखे और हर एक में हमको रिजल्ट क्या मिला? रेशनल नंबर. नाउ लेट्स सी सेकंड एग्जांपल. हियर आई हैव टेकन टू नंबर. वन इज पाई, अनदर वन इज 2. दिस 2 इज रेशनल एंड पाई इज irrational number because pi is having non-terminating, non-repeating decimal expansion. You all are knowing the value of pi. Value of pi is 3.14 and so on. So first I am going to perform addition on these two numbers. The value of pi I have taken as 3.14 and so on plus 2. The answer you will be getting 5.14 and so on. If I am going to subtract this number, 3.14 minus 2, it will be 1.14 and so on. Now let's do multiplication as well. Multiply by 2. If I am going to multiply this, I am going to get 6.28 and so on. So if you have noticed, always we are getting irrational number in the result. That means if we are going to perform various operations of rational number with irrational number, the result will be always irrational number. अगर कोई एक rational number और irrational number दोनों को ले लो and you are performing various kind of operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, the result will be always irrational number. Now let's see another example. Under root 2, under root 2, and this both number are irrational. Yesterday only we have seen under root 2 is irrational. If I am going to add this first, under root 2 plus under root 2, what is the value of under root 2? The value of under root 2 is 1.41 and so on. If I am adding this, I will be getting 2.82 and so on. If I am going to divide this, the value will be 1. So hence we can conclude the operations performed on irrational number with irrational number can be either rational or irrational. So by seeing this three example, we have concluded three statements. First one is the operation of rational number with rational number always results as a rational number. If we are going to perform operations on rational number and irrational number, then the result will be always irrational. And for two irrational numbers, there are two possibilities. Either the result should rational or either the result should in irrational. So just now we have seen three examples and we can conclude from that examples like this. If I am going to perform various operations like plus, minus, multiplication and division of two rational numbers, then result will be always as a rational number. If I am going to perform plus, minus, multiplication and division of one rational number except 0 and one irrational numbers, then result will be always as irrational numbers. For two irrational numbers, there are two possibilities. Either the result will be rational or the result will be irrational. So my dear students, I hope after example and this explanation, now we are having clear idea about what happen if we are performing various operations on real number. Now we are going to see how to represent square root of any number on a number line. Right. So here I am taking real number as x and square root of x will be under root x. So we are going to see how to represent under root x on the number line. For that, first you need to do is take one point, suppose A. So here I am taking one point as A. Draw a line from A and take a distance as x. So I am taking the distance x and drawing the one line. Endpoint I am giving the name as B. Now A and B is having the distance as x. So we can write like this: AB is equal to x. After doing this much, take a 1 unit length and draw one line from the B. I am giving the name of this point as C. BC is having 1 unit length. So we can again write BC is equal to 1. If I want to know the total length of AC now, so the total length of the AC will be AB plus BC, and we are having both the value AB and BC. So the total length we can write like this: AC is equal to x plus 1. Now take a midpoint of the line AC. Suppose here I am getting the midpoint of the line AC, I am giving the name as O. Now take a compass, consider the point O, take the radius as AO and draw one semicircle arc on the line. After doing this much, draw one line perpendicular to AC from the point B such a way that that line intersects the semicircle, and at which point it is intersecting semicircle, I am giving the name as D. Going to join OD. Now if you noticed, AO is equal to OC. AO is equal to OC is equal to OD. This distance also will be the same. If I want to find the value of AO, I can write like this: AO is half of the AC. AO is half of the AC, and we are already knowing the value of AC here. So AC by 2, that means x plus 1 by 2. Now if you have noticed, we are having one right angle in our this figure. Right? Angle OBD is a right angle. So we can apply the Pythagoras theorem on this, and we are able to know other sides. For that, we want the value of any two sides. We are having the value of this side OD, just now we got, but we are not having the value of two sides. To apply the Pythagoras theorem, at least we need to know the value of two sides. But here we can get the value of OB. If you have noticed, if I want to get the value of OB, if I am subtracting this part, then I am getting OB. So we can write like this, OB is equal to OC minus BC. We are having the value of OC as x plus 1 by 2. Let us put in this x plus 1 by 2 minus value of BC is 1, x plus 1 minus 2 by 2. That means the value of OB will be x minus 1 by 2. Now we are having the value of this also. Now we are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem on the angle OB and D. Now let us see what happens. So if I am applying Pythagoras theorem on the right angle OBD, I can write like this, OD square is equal to OB square plus BD square. OD square is equal to OB square plus BD square. Now we are having already the value of these two sides. We want to know the value of BD. So here let's do, we can write BD square is equal to OD square minus OB square. I have taken this OB square this side, so it became minus. So BD square is equal to OD square minus OB square. Now we are having the value of OD also and we are having the value of OB also. Let's put this in this equation, OD x plus 1 by 2 whole square minus value of OB is x minus 1 by 2 whole square. And if we are going to simplify this, you will get BD square is equal to x. Hence BD is equal to under root x. Now we are having the value of BD as under root x. So now it is very easy for us to locate this under root x on the number line. How to locate? For that you need to place this figure on the number line in such a way that B and 0 should have same point. Take a compass, consider the radius as BD and give the arc on the number line, and which point the arc is intersecting the number line, that point you can indicate under root x. So my dear students, this way you can find a square root of any real number in the form of figure, and as we have discussed in our previous video, you have to place that figure in such a way that B and 0 is having the same point. Take a compass, give the arc, and now you are having your under root x on the number line. So this way you can able to represent under root of any real number on the number line. So here we are going to add our session for today, and don't forget to subscribe our channel Ninja Education. Also press the bell icon, so whenever we are going to upload a new educational video, you will have a notification regarding that. Thank you.